Who's going to do the intro today? Me or you?
Oh, it's always you.
Oh, it's always me. Okay.
It's gotta be you.
W- Welcome to Geeking. Wait, what is it?
You
Geeking
can
with
with
Karen B,
Karen.
right?
Yeah,
Geeking with Karen B. Oh, we were
been a
overdue.
minute.
Yeah. Well, we both been busy with stuff.
Yeah.
And then Alex keeps saying, when are we recording the next one? So I was like, oh, okay, I guess we'll do yours first.
This is easier, right? Like it's just
There's
you
zero
just
effort.
yeah, you just
There's
show
no
up.
homework. Yeah, just show up.
Not that this has homework, but like there's a little we're waiting for like geek milestones almost.
Yes, that's very true. I actually made a list today too.
Oh,
Because
look
I was
at
like, I
you.
went through all my reading that I've been doing and all my watching. And it's like, wow, I've actually been doing a lot of reading and watching, like a lot, like a heck of a lot, which means I'm
It
not
adds up. It
creating
adds
anything.
up. That's
Yeah,
okay. You're consuming the art.
I am consuming. I've actually been learning a little bit of AI too, like for work.
Okay.
Kind of
How do you
kind of
like it?
learn. Um,
What's your take?
well, I know most people are negative about it, and there's definitely negative aspects about it. But there's certainly positive aspects about it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like if I'm trying to be efficient with my time at work, I can get AI to to do something for me.
Or if you're a little
Um,
stuck, I can imagine, right? Like if you're
yeah, yeah,
even if
like
you're just drafting like a work email or something, like if you get stuck, like
yeah,
that's my source of like idea. I don't necessarily copy it word per word, but like
no,
I'm like, oh,
but
that's something that I would do.
yeah, it'll steer you in the right direction. Like, oh shit, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this is how, and then you can just rephrase it and because I use it for that, but I also use it for creating like not code, but like when you're doing Excel and you're trying to build a formula in there
Mm.
to do something like I can't remember how to do this. I know how to do it. I can
Right.
probably figure it out on my own, or I can Google it online,
But it's just
or
quicker.
watch a video. But it's just quicker, right? So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's about being efficient with your time, and that's what I'm been using it for.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also using it for. So this is stuff that might not make people happy, but whatever. But you know, like I'm always running D&D games
Yeah, yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. And I've been using it to build background information. So
Okay.
the main plot points, the main characters are all me. Like I
Okay.
do all the writing, I design the maps myself, like I paint all my own maps and everything. And I do all of that. But then if you need to fill in like little gaps here and there, like
Just like the
uh
fillers, like the
yeah, the
fillers
filler
for the
stuff.
characters. Yep.
Well, they're gonna come to a blacksmith in town. I'll just run that through, like just that sort of stuff. But I'm also the other thing I'm doing, using it for with that is when I have all of my notes, because I do all of my gaming notes in OneNote,
Yep.
or, which works really well because you can make pages and subpages and stuff. So I have
Mm-hmm.
everything in there. And then all like my like if there's a storyline running through this particular game, I put everything in there. And then what I do is I'll upload it into AI and say, okay, here's what I got so far.
Yep.
Give me a summary. And
Right.
it'll read through everything and go, this doesn't line up with that.
So it
Or
catches like
it
holes
catches.
or inconsistencies. I'll
Yeah,
just plug
so
my thing. Whoop.
so I guess it's the idea is to prevent me from rereading everything and retaining
It's almost like
100%
a
of it.
second set of eyes for you, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Now I'd be
a second like a mini you.
yeah,
You know, in this
it's like an editor of sorts.
I don't think like people get mad at that. I think people get mad at like, you know, someone's art being used
yeah.
morphed into something else without permission or the AI being like better than like actual art type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's this that I have a problem with it stealing. Like I've used it to generate like ideas. Like I how would this be put together? And then what I do is I'll go to Corey who's like our kind of the artist guy in our podcast group. I said, well, this is what AI came up with. I don't really like it, but I just wanted to, it's like sketching a general idea of what I'd look for. And then give it to Corey, and then Corey makes it 100 times better than the AI would be.
Well, the interesting thing is like I have like an ultimate group and they made like a design for a jersey, you
Okay.
know, a long time ago, like many years ago, not that long, within the last 5 years. And someone brought up the idea of the jersey. It comes up like once in a while, and but no one's making the jersey. But
Oh,
like
yeah.
it came out recently that like someone was like searching in AI for they came combined like basically the team names, here's the team colors, and it pulled the image that my friend made
Wow.
from before. And so because it's he made it online, I guess it's searchable for the AI, right? And
It would be, yes.
so
Yeah,
it's
no.
just like interesting, but like so the newer teammate that said like, "Oh, AI came up with this," and like the captain was like, "What do you mean AI? I came up with that. If you search far enough in this like group chat, that logo would show up."
Yeah.
So it's just like
Wow.
it's interesting, right? Like, and it's just like because there's probably the only like it'll that image will probably respond to like the terms and the words that they use there. So
Hmm.
yeah, I kind of don't like that.
Yeah, there's just yeah, there's no permission, like
Right. Because like
permissions.
right now if I want to search an image of, I don't know, a hummingbird on a flower, like with this is pre-AI, you're looking for photos that could be
Yeah.
watermarked, or you have to buy or something, right?
Mm,
Like, or you
yep.
have to credit the photographer or whoever made the art. But now, if you use AI, you lose that. There's none of that.
Yeah.
And you have
Yeah.
no idea if it's rendering like a completely original drawing or or not,
And
right?
it's supposed to not be using like art. Like it's supposed to like they have a bank of images and stuff, I guess it's supposed to be pulling from that is okay to use. But like it's the same thing like when I started the podcast and I started getting emails, increase your Instagram and blah blah blah. One of them that always came through was, do you need a theme song for your show? We have a bank of music you can use that's free to use. But I'm like, did the guy, like the people that wrote all those songs in your bank of free music, did they get paid? Or was that an AI generated thing? And how is the AI like? I always wonder how that comes together.
Yeah, yeah. So it's kind of like, well, it does learn too, right? And yet get smarter as it gets exposed to more ideas and more things, and people do upload pictures there too, right? So at some
Yeah,
point, it's gonna pull from certain images. So it's, I don't know,
yeah. And
scary
where's
in
it
some
getting it
sense.
from?
Yeah.
I was gonna share something with you. My computer can a bit faster here. Did you see the new T-shirt design for the metal shop?
Yes, yes, I saw.
So that was one I generated with AI, and then I went to Corey, and then Corey's like, no, no,
Okay,
he drew it.
there's one thing I don't know if you know these trends of like groups of friends who are doing like a PowerPoint presentation of
Hmm.
things. So they do a bunch of those. There was one where this girl's presentation is about read the metal name on the thing. So she shows a bunch of
Oh my
images.
God. Yeah, yeah,
And some of them the
yeah.
writing is just like
Yep.
hidden in the drawings, or
Yes. And
it's
it's
just like the font is just so like illegible. Um, but that was her thing. And I was like, I said to Alex, I'm like, you guys should do this. Like, this sounds fun. 'Cause you're just like
it would
reading
be.
through squiggles.
I know when we designed our dome logo and we were working on like what font to use and all that sort of stuff. And one of the original fonts was like one of those metal fonts, but
Mm-mm.
it's like with a four-letter name.
Yeah,
It
you're not.
doesn't work.
It's not gonna be it's heavy looking.
No, but the funny thing is you could put like pancakes and butterflies and put
Yeah,
it in that metal script and it'll look very metal,
yeah.
you know. Oh, geez. So
Okay.
you've been busy. So you sent me a list.
Of things that I've just done.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, we've both been busy, which is good. I'm just gonna pull this open here to. I'm trying to see if there's overlap. Okay. Oh no, I guess there's no overlap other than the Peacemaker. So you have you're on what? Is that
I'm
episode
episode 5.
five?
Yeah,
Five.
I'm
Okay.
literally in the middle.
How are you doing Peacemaker so far?
I was surprised. I'm surprised with like where it went because at the beginning I was like, I don't really know. I can't really say I'm super familiar with the Peacemaker storyline, and
Oh, I'm
it's
not at
always
all. I have zero idea.
and it's and I think I'm fine not knowing because the show doesn't really require you to know, right?
Yeah.
Everything you know, they've kind of like established in the first season. And even that storyline was just like, okay, it's its own. And I thought, okay, we're gonna do multiverse, the second season. But there's some heartwarming stuff. I'm like, oh, it's like the brother I never had, right? And like, I can be a son to my father type of thing. And then yeah, they pulled that at the end of episode 5. So pleasantly surprised.
So I'm curious, did you see it coming?
No,
We're not going to spoil it for anybody, but did you
right.
see the swerve?
I did not, because I
Me
wasn't
neither.
super sure what because there must be something wrong. There's no perfect. If there's something we know from like
Yeah.
life, there's no perfect world, right? So there's always something that people don't like in that world, and you kind of look elsewhere and you try to like look for the greener grass, but you might be on a greener grass already
I
when you
will I
realize.
will I will say the one thing was when he talks about the band Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, Halloween? Like why that band?
That's specific.
That's very specific because of where they're from and all that sort of stuff. But if you don't know, and they're like, are they a hair metal band? Are they a new wave of British heavy metal band? Like you don't really know. My thought was like, why would heavy metal be big in this world? And then I started like I was thinking hair metal. Like, is hair metal bigger now?
Yeah,
Did Ronald Reagan have another term in office or
yeah.
something? Because hair metal and Ronald Reagan was kind of at the same time. So I was like trying to, but I never put it together. And when it came through, I'm like, okay, I'm buckling in. This is going to be really interesting.
Well, you kind of know that something was off because like the girl, like Amelia, like didn't like him, right? He was like, he's kind
Hmm.
of the douche in like this, alternate
Yeah,
world. And so something is off with him because he's quite charming in the world that, we kind of got to know.
yeah, yeah.
So something's off in that world that like, she kind of doesn't like him. And then like when the vigilante saw himself, that was so cute when he just saw himself and it's the same person,
Mm.
except he's not friends with the Peacemaker. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, something's real off now.
yes, yeah. The characterization was really good this season, and I
Yeah.
remember James Gunn saying something like it wasn't just James Gunn that said it. James Gunn was talking, and maybe one of the other actors from the show was talking. I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Terminator 2. What's his name? His dad
Oh,
in the
the
show.
guy, yeah, the dad.
Um, oh my God, how do we not know this guy's name? Anyway, the guy who played the Terminator in Terminator 2.
Hmm, hmm.
Um, I think he made a comment, and there's like people don't realize how great an actor John Cena is. And I'm like, okay, but he pulls off some really great acting.
Yeah,
And I'm
absolutely.
like, yeah, because
He's
I mean,
really smart. He's really smart, and it's not, he kind of differentiates himself from like the other wrestlers turned actors type of
mm,
thing. And like a lot of them do that though, right? They fall into a mold of like, I'm the muscle in a
yes,
group and I'm kind of stiff. This is all I do. And
yeah,
then all of them try to like do different things, right? Or you could be the Rock and just embrace whatever that is,
yeah,
right? That's also perfectly fine. But like he is showing range, and he's showing like
yeah.
John Cena is showing range, right?
Oh
Like
yeah, for
stuff.
sure.
And he's like
Yeah.
funny. Like there's like some
Oh, he's
movies where
funny.
the timing, comedic timing is
Yep.
like real good.
Trainwreck. You saw a Trainwreck?
I do not see Trainwreck.
Oh my God.
I saw him in the
That
one with
that was like his
the
break. That was like his breakthrough comedy, where
hmm,
people are like, "Holy shit, John Cena is funny," with Amy Schumer.
yeah, like Alex doesn't like Amy Schumer.
Oh, okay, all right. Well,
So that's why we didn't watch that.
she's not everybody's flavor, but
Well,
he's
he's funny in the
fantastic in that
Suicide
movie.
Squad.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
already funny then.
Oh, he's much funnier in Trainwreck. Yeah, he's really funny in Trainwreck. That
He
movie
retired,
is
right? Like he retired from he's not
from wrestling. Yeah,
wrestling yet. I mean,
some,
I
some
mean, you gotta at like at some age, like it's probably not easy to be
he's still in One Piece. So it's like,
correct. Yeah,
get out now. You can do
yeah,
action movies and do a stunt as opposed to doing, 27 stunts in one match in 15 minutes. You could
yep,
do one stunt
yep,
per day in a,
yeah,
action movie. I'm having a little
yeah.
beverage.
Hmm.
I know it's a school night, but I don't care.
I don't know, Sean. Mildly judging here.
Well, you're mildly judging because you don't have one. I know that's why.
Um, our drink our drink of the season is Baltic Brothers. Like the Baltic Brothers, so they used to make teas for or their infusions for hard
Okay.
liquor. So they used to
Okay.
just be like tea bags. That's what they
Okay.
sell. And they have instructions, you put them in a jar because that's a perfect measurement of like, let's say vodka or whatever. You put the tea bag there, let it seep for like 4 or 5 days and it'll have flavor.
In
So
your vodka or
yeah.
whiskey or whatever.
So they have since
Oh, that's
like
cool.
changed into now they're like, okay, well they'll infuse it themselves because
Sure.
they figure out a formula that like, well, we could just bottle it. Why make the people do the work when we could
Yeah,
actually make it?
exactly. Yeah.
And so he has a plum drink.
Oh
So it's
God.
and he I literally my friend and I we walked by this his booth in the market and he's like, if you're interested, I'll give you a little sample and sip it. And you sip it and it's like, okay, it's like vodka infused plum,
Mm,
really nice. And he's like, let me add cranberry juice. And it's
wow.
like, and it was just like, it just becomes a different drink. And he's like, let me add ginger ale. And then now it's like juice. And it's just like holiday in a cup.
I gotta write this down. What did you say? What did you say they were called?
Baltic Brothers.
Baltic Brothers. I gotta look into
So
this.
yeah, I think the plum one is a holiday special, but they do like I don't know, espresso martini. So you're just like pour them. So it's like ready to
Oh,
mix. So you're
okay.
not mixing a bunch. Or I think they have like Manitoba Mule. And
Oh, they're the
so
ones that make Manitoba Mule. I have
yes,
Manitoba
yes,
Mule, and
yes.
it's fantastic.
Yes,
It's
so they
really,
they
really
made a
good.
bunch of them. Yeah, so like yeah, if you ever get a hold of the plum, I'm just trying to look at the plum. Yeah, plum vodka, yeah. That's a
We'll
limited
try it.
release
Sylvia doesn't really drink, but she had the Manitoba Mule. She actually bought a bottle of the Manitoba Mule because she liked it
because
so
it's
much.
delicious. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he sells it quite well. Like he's like, well, in yeah, if you buy an espresso martini, it's too strong or too small or too expensive, and he's like, well, you can have this, you can be at home, and it'll taste so much better.
Mhm.
So yeah, if they might deliver if you order a certain amount or something. They're local, so
Yeah.
even better. But yeah,
What
it's
part of
so
the
funny that
what part of
it.
town are they in?
Hmm,
Do they have a location? Like an
I
actual
don't think there's an actual storefront. Like I only see them on
Yeah.
markets, but like
Okay.
I think their liquor must be in the LC. So
Well, I've seen it. Yeah,
you
I've
can
definitely
probably
seen it in
buy
the LCs.
the standard ones there, but like for the holiday or the more unique flavors, I've only seen it in the market. So
Okay, I'm gonna be looking them up after this
hmm,
because always looking for sponsors,
yeah.
and we'll
Oh no,
sponsor
and they
for like
seem
next to
fun.
nothing.
You
Yeah.
could talk to them too. I'm sure you could talk to them and like they seem like just like fun people.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So through the list, did you have you gone like I haven't actually gone like you sent me a list, and I was going to go through your reading list too to see what was on there to see if there's anything. I lent you Lightning bottles, right?
I do not. Did I get lightning bottles?
I lent. Oh shit.
Or did
Maybe
Alex take
Alex did.
it? I think it's still
I
in.
gave it to Alex. I don't know if he. I can't remember if I actually handed it to him or not.
Oh no no!
Okay.
I mean, he may have gotten it. Yeah, I think it's in
Okay.
our. We
But
have a shelf of like borrowed stuff
yep.
because we also lend people stuff, and then they. So there's the pile of my to read on my
Yep.
own, like library, and like the things we borrowed is just like competing.
Oh yeah. And I always forget who I'm lending to. Like I really need to make a
Yeah.
list. I lent to so and so.
Like a library, like have a little like punch
Mm,
card. I have a friend who the one who we borrowed Dungeon Crawler, Carl. She keeps a
yes.
little library card because they pretty much sold this like book to everyone, and
Nice.
so now there's a queue. So we're behind like a couple of friends, so we can't get to book two until until that friend
What a
finishes.
great idea though. Like why not? I
Yeah.
think we should do that. But like
She
bec-
she struggled to sell the book because if you look up Dungeon Crawler Carl, there's a different cover that comes up. It's not the popular one.
okay.
There's a hardcover one that's really popular right now. That's not what comes up when you search for it.
Ah,
A kind of cheesy like cover comes up that most people like are like, oh, because my friend is in like a few book clubs, and she's like, no one's taking a bite, nobody wants to read it in that regards, like she can only, she's like, I kind of know who my true friends are because they'll actually take my word for it and read it.
hey, so is it the one that actually has like a character drawn on it?
Like the guy,
And like
yeah,
and an
it's
orc?
kind of like a cheesy, like there's a, is it
Because I like
a little
it's like a,
cat.
see
But
there's
like
one
the popular the current cover is the one with like the big fonts, like
big font.
yellow.
That is the current one? Okay.
That's the current cover, and if you have like the set of them, they look great because the spine has like number of skulls.
Oh nice.
So like because it's like a video game, so that's why I feel like you'll like it because the premise is like there's something happened in the world. I'm gonna try it without any spoilers. There's something happened in the world where they are forced to go through underground, like the
Okay.
dungeon. And but as they go through the dungeon, you're like in like a reality TV like video game, and you're fighting enemies, looting, leveling up. So it's an RPG. You're reading this guy's.
Hence why you thought Sylvie would like it, because it's got all that's all the
Yeah,
Sylvie stuff right there.
and like his companion is a cat. He bought his cat,
That's pretty cool.
and the cat's sentient. So and so they
Aren't all cats
explore.
sentient?
I guess so. I guess. But yeah, like they just go through, and so it's nice to read to like map out. I think we've talked about this. You do
We
form
did, yeah.
images in your brain, right? Like as you read, and like so as I'm reading, it's like building this like maze in my head, and like you have the characters, and you have like a vision of like what they look like, and what based on like the armor and the loot that they got, because they'll loot and then they'll tell you this is what they got, and this is what I'm doing with it, and so you're just like seeing him like make choices. And
So I get it. So I got to read it. I actually, oh no, I didn't. I was gonna put my name on it in the library, but I haven't not done that yet.
But
But
yeah, it's
I
pretty
don't know.
fast paced. So
It
yeah,
might be worth just
you'll
buying.
both. I think you'll both read it.
I have a question for you. This
Mm,
is something Sylvie and I have done in previous years. Some years we're like, we're not going to buy anything for each other for Christmas. Let's just
hmm.
go out on Boxing Week and
Right, right.
go buy whatever we want ourselves. We did that a couple times. Um, I didn't like it at all because I like buying stuff for her. Like I really enjoy it. Like
Fair.
she's easy to buy for. I usually am fairly successful with, I got her like
Well,
some
you
good
know her.
stuff.
You know her so
Yeah,
well, right? So
yeah. And I enjoy like I go out with the kids and we buy stuff, but I think we're still gonna go out on Boxing Week and maybe get one item
One
each sort
thing,
of
yeah, yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And it's we always go to, Indigo or
McNally's
McNally
or something
Robinson or
like, yeah.
something. Like we'll just go with the kids and we'll all get something. So maybe that's what we do.
Yeah.
It sounds it it sounded interesting, but I'm like, this is going to be cheese. It's not going to be that good. But because so many people are saying good things about it,
And you
I
just
might
want to
give it a
know about the
go.
world. That's I think that's the draw of the thing. Even if it's I wouldn't say it's like straight up like a five-star read for me, but like the world building and like where it's going, it's like I think first the first book is sets the stage like really well. Because there's
Okay.
like minor like world politics that I'm not super into, but you might be into or other people might be into, but it's the pacing is so fast that like you're just like it's action packed. So it's like
And it's
it's just
too much for my kids, right? A little too
yes,
advanced for my kids.
but they might like if give them a few more years and they might it's something that they I can see a child reading because it's just adventure. There's
Yeah,
no, if once you get past the understanding of like okay, violence and
yeah.
they're killing goblins there and whatever, and there's the question of like you lose yourself and humanity as you go through a game where you're forced to like kill something and whatever. There's those, so there's lessons about that, but nothing there's nothing obscene or nothing
Okay.
strange, you know. I think like
Ellie's
it.
Ellie's reading way above her. Like she's I would say her reading levels above is definitely above Abby's. She's reading chapter books and stuff like that, and Abby's still wanting to go to the graphic novels.
Mhm.
She's not quite into the chapter books,
Which is also
but I
fine.
but I think Ellie's reading at like a age 14 almost level.
Oh wow. Then yeah, she might get
Yeah.
it. I don't know where it will go, but like no, it's quite fascinating, and I want to know more about the characters. I want to know more about the world, like what
And
happens, because
how many books are there?
like seven right now,
Oh,
at
really?
least
Oh, wow.
seven. Yeah,
Okay.
and they're like beefy books. This one's just well, it looks big because the first one's like only like 400 pages
Okay.
for its size, but I know the other ones like increase in page count.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, that's my recent like kind of geeky read. But like I was telling you, we have all kind of like the first volumes of like absolute DC series,
So what?
and
Okay, so what you said that, and I had no idea what that was. What is this absolute? Like, what
so
is?
it's another the kind of reboot of the world of the
Okay,
Marvel and DC, they
yep.
kind of
Do
reboot.
that every few years. Yep.
Um, and they again kind of like before, they'll have like different groups working on different kind of characters, right? So you got the Batman line, Superman, Wonder
Okay,
Woman, and whatever. Um, but this time they're all very like diverse, like the direction that they went to.
and then
Like
what's the one? Like, are you reading a bunch of the different families or groups or whatever you want to call it, or are you reading like just one particular one set? I
I
guess.
have the four, but so we're very bad with the issues. We tried to do issues for a while, and we would miss the pickup for the issue, and then
Sure.
now you gotta wait for like the whole volume, the whole
Yep.
compilation to show up, and then or find one that was like willing to part with a specific. So we we've always just waited for let's wait till like the release like volumes, and then
Yes.
we'll just read them as we go. I think we're better that way. So we have the first volumes of like the main
Oh,
four.
really? Okay. So which
Um,
ones are? So it's Batman, Superman.
Wonder Woman, and then Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter gets his own. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
and
interesting.
his is like the art style. If you look at the art style, very very different. Like Wonder Woman becomes like Greek mythology, so it goes
Yeah.
down that route. Superman, Batman is probably kind of similar to like what we know, except like um Batman, his mom's alive, and a
Oh,
lot of the villains are like his age and are his friends. Um,
interesting.
so Alfred's not his butler. Um, Superman, that one's very identical to what we know, but he's like in it's almost like too far into the future. Like the world is that far into the future. It's kind of messed up. Peacemaker corpse are there, and
Oh,
he's kind of broken, but he's still like he's almost like losing hope. So doesn't kill. He's still himself, but like he's kind of losing hope for people because of how awful men are. Like
interesting. Okay.
so, Superman in this case, to me, is like a little darker than Batman because of just he just like starts off a little sadder than like what we're used to. He's
Yeah.
not like just a clear glowing beacon of hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wonder Woman was like so interesting because it was like Greek mythology route. Like so it's like really like taking she's like the daughter of Circe.
Okay.
Um
Is it
and
set in the past then?
No, nah. Well, they touch on the past and like, okay, she's being raised by Circe, and but she's not an Amazon. She's an Amazon, but like raised by Circe. Like, so
Yeah.
Amazons are not a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and so, but yeah, her power. She has way more powers than what we're used to. Still written very strong.
Female writer?
Kelly Thompson, I think is
Oh,
a female.
that sounds familiar. Oh no, I'm thinking Kelly McCormick. Kelly McCormick was writing Captain Marvel. Okay, well, you're gonna lend them to me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No, Kelly Thompson's a lady. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Um, she wrote Gem and the Holograms.
Oh, okay.
So that's Wonder Woman, and then like Martian Manhunter, who normally doesn't get his own run.
Nope.
It's it's
That's why
funny
I'm
because when you're
surprised.
you're seeing in the shelf, like, because it's like in McNally, it's like organized by superheroes. So you get like here's your huge
Yeah,
shelf of Batman and Superman, Martian It's like the single because it's like that's the
yeah.
only one that was on there because he doesn't get his own thing. But like I told you, like his thing is like the most fun because the art is like kind of old style. And then it
Okay.
has one of those like, put this in the light so you could see what's in there. And I was like, who does this? Like, and the concept of the Martian Manhunter is like, it's different. He's not a physical Martian. He like possesses a person, their
Oh, that's
consciousness. He's
different.
still like an alien, but he possesses a person. And I was just like, oh, very, very interesting. And so I kind of like where all of them went. I think there's going to be a Green Lantern and a Flash one for, of course, but
Yeah.
uh, I think these are the main four so far, and I think the volume twos are coming out like next year. They're still on there. You can buy the single issues. You can keep up
Yeah.
with that. But I just
I
thought it was like this is such an interesting take
I
on all of
just
them.
I'm going through Excalibur volume 3, the
Hmm.
omnibus. I'm at page 800 on that volume. And it's the Excalibur like was an Alan Davis thing, right?
Hmm.
It was
Hmm.
kind of his is
Yeah.
even Chris Claremont, who was writing a lot of them, said, "No, no, this is Alan's. This is not mine." And then after a while, he left, and
Hmm.
then it was Warren Ellis that took it over. And you've heard that name before.
Hmm.
And I'm like, "Wow, this is really good." I forgot how good it is, and I remember reading it now that I'm rereading it back, it's like this is really, really good because they introduced Douglock, which was Doug Ramsey Cipher, like he's the guy
Yeah.
that could
Yeah.
speak
Yeah.
any language, and then Warlock, who was the kind of robot alien robot thing. But he becomes a new character as Douglock, which is the leftover I can't remember what it's called, the phalanx or whatever, and he takes on Doug Ramsey's face and he has the memories of Doug Ramsey. So he becomes a new, like he's an AI character, I guess, in a
Right.
way. So he's part of the team, and then Colossus comes back, but Kitty Pryde is dating a man who's like at least 10 years older, if not 15 years older than she is. Because I don't know how old she's supposed to be in the comics. Like she started
But
when she was
she's
like
younger.
13 or
Yeah.
14 or whatever the heck it was. And so she must be like 18, I'm guessing at this time. And he's easily in his 30s and he smokes and he swears and it looks like he's always stinks. Like he doesn't look like well kept.
Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like
He,
you're almost like protective of this like character who's always like youthful,
yes.
always young, and it's like you cannot date this.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like I think you know, like Kitty Pryde, like out of the X-Men, my
Is your
favorite characters
favorite. Yeah.
are like Kitty Pryde was me. I was the guy that never fit in. Like she's a young Jewish girl, so she's kind of marginalized for being Jewish and for being a girl and being 13 in a team of a bunch of adults. And there's a whole bunch of things like she just doesn't fit in, and her powers aren't really cool enough. But she's always trying harder, and she's got more heart. She's like the heart of the X-Men sort of thing,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or the pride of the X-Men, if you might go that way. So I've always liked her. So then when this schlep shows up, I'm like, who the hell are you? And you're so old, and you're creeping on this young girl,
Yeah.
and then Peter shows up. Peter Rasputin shows up, uh, Colossus, and they've broken up. But because he had an affair during the Secret Wars with some alien lady, he missed Kitty so much he just had to have a fling with this lady because whatever. That made me angry too, and I always hated Colossus after that. How dare you? But anyway, but it's really good. Warren Ellis is a really good writer, and I'm like, yeah, he actually wrote Excalibur. And going back, it's like these storylines are very sophisticated, very science fiction-y, very science. Moira McTaggart
Yeah.
is like the main. He's like the Professor X of that title, and it's really really good. I really don't like what he did with Captain Britain.
Mhm.
Actually, I didn't like what anybody did with Captain Britain until he took over, and then he just basically undid everything they had done to him. Like the previous writer was like Scott Lobdell or whatever. He turned him into like called him Britannic, and he had a mullet, and he was aloof, and he had seen every timeline that had ever happened, so he was dispassionate, and like he basically flipped the character on his head. And then when Warren Ellis came over, he's like, oh, he was just working through all this data, and then he turns him back into like Brian Braddock again, but turns him into a scientist again because that's what he started. Anyway, it's like he fixed all the shit that had happened after Ellen Davis left and
Hmm.
corrected it all smartly. And the storylines are great. They're sophisticated. And I was like, oh, am I going to read this like 1100 page comic?
Yes,
And
you
I
will.
bought it. And I was like, I bought it because I'm a completionist, right? So, and I loved lots of Excalibur, but now that I'm reading it now, it's like I can't put it down. It's like, so it's like, let's watch a movie. I'm like, I want to go to bed early so I can read.
Yeah.
You know, I want to read more of this. But I'm reading that, and then I also started for the first time ever, Uncanny X-Men has a female writer who is leading the X books. Gail
Mm.
Simone is writing Uncanny X-Men right now. They've never had a woman leading an X-Men book, which is redonkulous. It is so good. It is
Okay.
so good.
Okay.
I got a X-Men, no, what's it called? Marvel Unlimited kind of partial account.
So you
So
can just read
where
it there.
yeah, I'm reading it there. I'm like, I have to buy these now. They're that good. Like she's so good. Like
Okay.
like I got to go read her other, like she wrote Birds of Prey for years. She wrote Wonder Woman, Red Sonja. She brought Red Sonja
Okay.
back and made her like a cool character, less sexist. Like they kind of. kind of fixed it up so as, and it's like she's so, and I've always followed her on, I was following her on Twitter back in the
Mm-hmm.
day until she left Twitter. And then I follow it. She's the reason I went over to Blue Sky because she said, I'm going over to Blue Sky. Well, I'm coming along.
Sure,
And
yeah.
her posts are always so good, so tongue in cheek. She knows how to laugh at herself. And when trolls come after her, it is the most entertaining thing because she doesn't get mad.
Yeah.
She doesn't get
Just knows what
even.
to say.
She's freaking brilliant. And the fact
Okay.
that she's leading the X-Men books. So
Nice.
I am going to buy the trades and I will we'll do an exchange. But
Yes, yeah.
it's like I want to go back and read all the other stuff she's written. She's so solid.
Well, that's what you
She's so
want, right? Like
solid.
you want someone that will like get you to read and like read more and just like stories that would like want you make you want to like explore the world more. Because that's why
Yeah.
we read. That's why we consume art. Is like we need to see something new and something different, like a different perspective.
But yeah, it's interesting because she's world building and this is like I guess she took over. I don't know if you knew the whole thing where they were living on Krakoa.
No.
So they Krakoa was like the first villain the giant size X-Men fought.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It
okay,
was
okay,
like
yeah.
the living island or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they decide the X-Men and mutants decide, you know what? We're just going to go live on our own. We're going to form our own nation. There's a living island we can move on to, and they
Oh,
they
like
set up X Nation.
the cartoon? Is it like the X-Men one? Yeah.
Yes, but different. It's purely mutants.
Okay.
And because of the nature of the island, if anybody dies, they can just resurrect them. So this was Warren Ellis had taken over the X books, and this is what he
Okay.
was writing. So she takes over after that whole thing is done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And of course, Kitty's on the team, and I'm like, oh my God, Gail Simone is going to write Kitty Pryde. I'm so on board. And she brought Nightcrawler back. She's writing
That
Nightcrawler. I'm like, okay,
that X-Men 97 season 2 is coming out next year.
I can't
That's
wait.
summer next year.
I cannot wait.
There's a lot of like geeky related stuff coming out next year, right?
Like
Like
what?
is like Doomsday next year. Doomsday's next year. Um
Oh yeah,
a
Spider-Man is
Spider-Man
next year
movie
too.
is next
Yeah,
year.
and two Spider-Man movies next year.
Yeah,
Apparently, the Spider-Verse is that not next year? Or is that
I think
as
so.
well?
Or maybe
Let's see.
because the Spider-Verse is like I don't know, like 2 years from now or something.
Let's see here. Is Spider-Verse still coming out? Oh no, it's 2027 for the Spider-Verse movie.
So it's a Tom Holland
Tom
one in
Holland next year, yeah.
2026.
And it's done filming already.
Supergirl is there's a Supergirl
Yes, did you see
movie.
the trailer?
Yep, I did.
It does,
Um
it looks good. It looks different
it looks different
in a
because
good way.
the CW one is like again like the flaw in making a female version of a well-known superhero is sometimes they literally just flip the gender and be like the
Yeah.
same persona, right? Like, you
Yes.
know, it can't be the same. They
No.
need to be different people so that people can differentiate the other one.
They've done it in the comics successfully with Supergirl, not all the time, but they have done it at
But they
points
struggle,
where,
like they always like struggle with like the first iteration is always like, oh, it's just a female
yeah,
of
yeah.
that. And then they figure it out, like someone will figure it out along the way. So I like that this looks like, okay, very far from, you know, the just the Superman movie we just saw.
'Cause, like
Um,
your thought was, oh, they're going to do Supergirl. Were you not knowing anything about them doing a Supergirl before seeing the Superman movie? Were you like excited, or were you like, yeah, whatever? Or
I was like neutral about it. Like I didn't, she wasn't like a big character. I never read like a lot of like Supergirl stuff. Actually, Superman is like, it was just like, I get what he's for, right? Like it's like the symbol of hope, like the
yep,
kind of like Captain America, lawful good type of character.
yep.
So, he is just as a clear weakness, the kryptonite, right? So, so I kind of deviated from there, but I like again like kind of like the current iterations of Superman like in the movies and then
Hmm.
here um because it's just like what if it's not? What if they're perfect but not? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, they're getting the balance right, and to have her be, I don't know, I wouldn't say the opposite, but she's very different, like
Mm-hmm.
completely
Mm-hmm.
different than him. It's like good. And I
Yeah,
know when my kids watch Superman and she shows up in that, whatever it's 30 seconds or whatever it is,
it's exciting.
the first thing they said is, when is that movie coming out? Instantly. My kids
Yeah.
instantly glommed onto, who is this and when can I get more?
And they're smart because they're keeping the dog in the movies.
Yep.
So if you're not charmed by this dog, and there's something with how James Gunn like portrays the animals or like creates the CGI animals that like it works. I believe it's there. I believe Eagly is an
Oh
eagle
God.
that exists,
Yes.
right? Like I'm just the rendering of this is like, okay, so we
That should,
can make
and it shouldn't
beautiful.
work. It should
Yes.
not work. And it worked with Eagly, it worked with Crypto. So, and it worked with like Rocket Raccoon and all that stuff. Like all that stuff
Yeah.
is preposterous. It doesn't make sense and it should not work. But if you treat the material the right way,
Yeah. Yeah. I know there's a Clayface movie coming out, which
is that a cartoon or like a cartoon film, or is that a live
it's
action?
all I thought it was like kind of a short movie or
Okay.
um maybe it's just TV or like a streaming service release. I'm not
'Cause, yeah,
entirely
I
sure.
haven't heard much. I don't really know anything about it. That's why I was asking. Like, I was curious what it actually is.
Hmm. Is um is there Vision Quest next year? Because
Let's look it up. I'm
I thought
curious.
there was I thought I saw the ending of the of that trilogy, WandaVision, Agatha, and then Vision.
Yeah, and this was supposed to be like the last and
Yeah,
final.
yeah.
Is there a date?
Oh yeah, Clayface is directed by Mike Flanagan, so it's going to be a horror.
That that's very interesting.
Hmm.
Vision Quest is late 2026.
Yeah, so it's still next year.
So they're
Um,
spacing their stuff though, because Wonder Man comes out in January,
mhm.
which is different.
X-Men is like summer, I
Is it?
think.
Okay. I'm
Um,
kind of like
the
I'm
the
kind of
Boys is the Boys is ending next year. That's 2026 as well.
that's coming out in 2026.
Yep. Uh,
I'm and the Supernatural crew is in that season,
yes, yeah.
which
Um,
not as themselves obviously, but or not as the characters,
Punisher.
but
The Punisher is next year.
and that's a one shot, right? That's a one.
Correct. Yes, yes.
You know what? I think
Um,
that's smart.
there's also I think an HBO Green Lantern thingy.
Oh yeah,
So they're doing Lantern and then Daredevil too.
yeah, Daredevil
So
too.
there's a lot next year.
And the rumor, well, it's not a rumor. I know Jessica Jones is back
Oh
for
yes, yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
and possibly Luke Cage and or Iron Fist in that
Sure,
apparently.
Iron Fist, yes.
You know what? You can bring back Iron Fist and just do it right.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah. Like
I never
get a
finished
redo.
Iron Fist. I never finished the
I
whole thing. I watched a lot of it,
is
but
it
not
just one
all of it.
season or two? Just
It's
one?
at least two.
I think I just watched one and I was like, I'm good.
I think, see, in the second one, Pauline Wing had a bigger role, I think.
Which is I think we've talked about
And
this,
she
like
was
that's
great.
all we watched.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised the
Um,
nurse didn't show up in like
yeah, the night nurse.
Daredevil.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she's
Um,
always there.
I heard Punisher is supposed to be in the Spider-Man movie,
Interesting.
which
He's, his
that's
appearance
an
in that
interesting dynamic.
I don't know if we ever talked about Daredevil, but like Punisher's appearance in the Disney Daredevil
Uh,
was a bit like I don't know how to feel about it because like he just like showed up and
yeah.
then like it was like bam 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 and then like traveled super fast to meet him.
Yeah, well, it was that was that was reshoots. Part of the reshoots
Yeah,
where they said
clearly.
this isn't working. They brought him in. I did like the acting between the two actors. Where he's kind of basically telling like get off your ass, do your,
Yeah, yeah,
be
yeah.
Daredevil. Like I did like the speech of it, even though it was a little weird. Like I think Daredevil was good. I wouldn't say it was great. It had
Mm-hmm.
great moments, but you could tell it was shot in
Yeah,
two
yeah.
sections.
Yeah, there was like the slow burn at the beginning, and then
Yeah,
like at the end is like almost too abrupt. Like it just abruptly ended. Like it built up and then like ended.
yeah. And it's like, oh well, that's just season one. Like it's meant to be like a three
But
season arc or something.
the pacing is a little off. Like it's
Yeah.
like yeah, I think I would agree with that. Like it's not. It didn't have. I didn't have the same feelings as when I first watched like Daredevil.
No, no, no.
Netflix Daredevil.
Because that was
But
like that season one at the very least was like pretty much perfect.
and I
It's like,
don't really care
wow.
what they people say about the Elektra arc in, that second season, but like I still think like hey, like better than like what a lot of like TV shows could produce at the
I agree.
time.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
liked all three seasons and even and I did like all seasons of Jessica Jones too.
Mm.
Um like when they brought in oh my God, what was his name? When they brought in Doctor Who there, Purple
Oh, the
Man.
Purple Man, the
And that
first
was
season,
season
Jessica Jones. That's
was
first
that
season.
was that first season?
That's first season. Because that
Oh
to me
wow.
that for its first season of Jessica Jones was also perfect. Because I'm like perfect. Like I love when like it's so contradictory. Like one is like super strong mentally, the other one's super strong physically, and like
Yes,
how will
yes.
they're each other's weaknesses almost if they
Yeah.
connect.
And
But
Patsy Walker, like her best friend. Like
yeah.
I did like that stuff. I mean, I'm a fan of the original material too. So, and they borrowed Patsy Walker was supposed to be Carol Danvers, like
Hmm,
Captain
hmm.
Marvel, but they couldn't go that direction, so they used Patsy Walker instead,
Yeah,
which was
yeah, yeah.
interesting. But I don't know. It was, you know what? I just rewatched Hawkeye again.
Hawkeye was really good. I
This
think
is
that was
my
my favorite.
this is
It's a
my fourth.
Christmas thing, right?
Yep,
It's
yeah, that's why I
Christmas.
watched it. This is my fourth go around with the series. It's so good. I saw some Jeremy Renner interviews where they asked him to come back for a second season, and they offered him half the money, double the shooting schedule. And he said, "No, like that doesn't make any sense. Why would I do that?" And I
Yeah.
don't blame him. It's like, and did it not do okay? I thought it did okay.
I thought it did okay, but maybe it's like maybe it got caught in like the Marvel released too many in a row,
Hmm.
and whenever it came out, people are on
They're
are
already on the
exiting
down.
already. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it is very
Or maybe
solid.
it's also like people didn't expect much of him, right? He's not like, the top Avenger. So,
Yeah, but like my like rewatching it again, I forgot how great Maya Lopez was, like Echo
yeah,
on
yeah.
that. Like,
And then her own show was really good too.
yeah. And then just their intro, like reintroducing Kingpin was through that
Yeah,
show, and then
yeah,
the tracksuit mafia.
yeah, yeah.
They were fucking
Um,
great, and it's like there's a scene where we've captured Hawkeye, Hawkeye 2 or whatever.
yeah.
Um, and then she starts like they're captive and they're tied up, and then oh my God, what's her Kate Bishop
Kate,
asks one of the bros, What's wrong?" Well, I bought Imagine Dragons tickets for my girlfriend, and she doesn't like Imagine Dragons. How can you not like Imagine Dragons or whatever the
yeah,
conversation was.
yeah.
It was just like little moments like that that were they 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 shouldn't work, but they really worked
They worked
because
in that
the
because the
actors were
actors
really good.
were, yeah, yeah, yeah. I watched Jeremy Renner in, did you watch the Knives Out
Mm,
thing?
we just watched it this weekend.
Yep,
I really liked it.
I you watched all three, right?
Oh yeah,
I think this might be rivaling the first one for me.
I would agree. Yeah.
I don't like the second one, and not that I just like did not like the characters because they were like, rich influencers in an island. I'm like, I could care
Yeah.
less about you
I think that
guys.
was more of a that was more like a uh what was it? Like a clickbaity sort of, hey, look what we're doing here.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
The
making
first
fun
one
of
was
Elon
like
and
the first one was
Bezos and all
really
those guys.
like the classic murder mystery, right?
Yeah.
Like who done it, and so I thought the first was really good, and then this one kind of brought it back to that, but then it kept you on your toes until the end because up until the very end, I was like, I have no clue what's happening.
Well, the weird thing, and I'm trying to like, I think I might want to go back and watch the first one again, but the first hour is
Mm-hmm.
all, oh my God, I'm forgetting the character names here. O'Malley, is that the guy's name? Josh O'Connor as, oh,
Josh
Judd.
O'Connor. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Judd Duplantis or whatever. I didn't even care if Daniel Craig showed up.
Yeah,
Honestly, he was so good.
yeah, yeah. The
If he was
priestess, yeah.
such an interesting character, and his acting, he's there's a lot of stuff he's not giving away
Yes,
that
yeah.
a lesser actor would have given away. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think I don't know if you've looked, but Sylvie was saying that this is getting early talk of nominations for Oscar stuff because they did
Oh,
release it in
cool.
theaters for Oscar consideration. Let's see, reception, critical response. I thought, I think, what's his name? Josh O'Connor. Now Sylvie's like, is this the same actor who played
In the crown?
um no, in oh my God, the Disney movie with the mouse on the
Oh, the
chef's
Ratatouille, yeah, yeah.
Ratatouille. She said, "This is the guy from Ratatouille." I swear to God, it's him. It's not, but just the mannerisms and
Linguini,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, and him and Glenn Close apparently might be up for acting awards. Because
Oh,
Glenn Close
Glenn
was
Close
great.
was just I think they were interviewing Glenn Close for this movie, and someone asked her to do her laugh in like the Cruella, and
Mm,
she's like, I can still do it because they're like, I think they were like hesitating to ask, like, can you still do the Cruella? And she's like, oh yeah, I can. And then she just does it, and I was like, oh, I just believe it.
yeah.
She was so
What?
good in that live action, like,
Oh yeah.
back in the days where not a lot of things are turned into live action. It was such a
No,
treat.
that was good.
Yeah, she lifted it like straight from like that's
Yeah.
what I imagined
Yeah.
Cruella de Vil would
I
sound
still
like.
haven't seen Cruella yet. I've just seen the Glenn Close
So we
ones.
like so Alex had never watched the Glenn Close one. So we
What?
watched Cruella first, and then we
Okay.
watched the Glenn Close one, and he was like, there was no need to redo this or like to even make a new movie.
What did you think of so you like Jeremy Renner in it? His character was interesting.
His character was interesting. There's definitely like some characters that like didn't do much, like the girl in the wheelchair. I thought was
Yeah.
underutilized. Like, but again, like
I thought they could have done
Josh
something.
Brolin was like, I was like, oh, like he was just giving it like
Oh yeah.
100%.
Well, we just saw him in Running Man. He was
Mm.
the villain in Running Man, the new Running Man. And he was great in that.
Is
I mean, was
how's
the
that movie
movie
for you?
I liked it. Was it great? No. But I had a good time. I mean, it's an Edgar Wright film. You're gonna have a good time, right? Even his lesser work is still, better than most, right? So
Hmm.
no, we had fun. I would I watch it again? Probably. You know,
I heard that Zootopia 2 is like a really good movie.
we saw Zootopia too.
And is
It
it?
is really good.
Okay, because I have no
It
desire to watch Avatar. But
no.
I'm sure like I don't know, someone in my circle will want to like watch it and I'm like,
Have you
oh, I
seen
kind of
Avatar?
want
You have you seen Avatar 2 yet?
yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
I watched two,
In
and
theaters or at home?
oh my gosh, in theaters, and it's the exact movie as the first.
Yeah, I heard
Different
that.
world, like same, and then like yeah, they already said that it's the same villain the whole for the whole
Oh.
whatever saga this is, and yeah, I don't know.
I can't like what's the enticement to see this? I like what are you selling me? Like I don't understand why I'd want to go see it. Like there's nothing in the trailers visually stunning. Hey, sure.
Sure, yeah,
But I'm all about story. You can have
yeah, yeah.
a movie with shitty special effects, but if the story's really good, you'll win me over every time. I don't there's nothing they have offered storyline wise or acting wise that makes me want to go see it. Like all the we saw the first one because of all the hype,
You're right.
and
And you're
we're
like,
like,
it's
wow, this
okay. I've
is
seen
it
this
was
story be in other,
yeah,
.
it was an average movie. Like I enjoyed it the same or less than like Beastmaster or Call the Conqueror or like any of those cheesy 80s sci-fi action movies. It was no better than any of those.
Yep,
Visually, sure, but I'm sorry, I don't need to see a Zack Snyder film, you know,
yep, yep,
which
yep,
is
yep.
all visual and no story, right? It's kind of the same.
Yeah,
James Cameron didn't write his previous movies, right? Like Titanic was a co-write
I
with
don't
other
think so.
people, and then Terminator was co-write with other people, I believe. So it's like you're not a writer. Maybe he's co-writing these ones. I don't know, but I don't
What
know.
was
There's
it?
nothing there for me
I'm trying to remember because I think we watch you and I watch a lot, but like when someone tells you what did you watch, and I'm like, I can only name you the thing that I watched yesterday, but I
recently.
can't.
Yeah, I
Um,
actually went through my history on Netflix, Crave, and Disney to see what I was watching.
because
So,
we watch stuff in the theaters too, so um, that's how I'm like I can't remember
well,
what I
go see
watched.
Zootopia too. Like, if you're gonna go see a movie over the holidays,
Yeah, I kind of want to see that one.
there's
Um,
parts of the movie, and the first one did the same thing to me. There's parts of the movie where I'm like, I don't know if I like where this is going. This looks pretty tropish.
yeah,
And then they're like, uh-uh. And then they flip it on its head. And then all of a sudden it goes from you think it's going to be a tropey
okay,
thing to putting things on its head and having a social commentary on where the world is at right now. And it's
okay.
like it's brilliant. And they bring Shakira
Um,
back, which is nice.
oh yeah, it's the gazelle.
Yeah, and she's back with a brand new song. So that makes I don't know.
We watch,
Like the consistency, you didn't have to do that, but I think
yeah,
you kind of had to because that first
just to
song
tie
is
it up, yeah.
yeah. No, it's great though. It's really good.
We watched Eddington. That's a this year thing. That's the one with Joaquin and Pedro Pascal.
Oh,
Um,
how was that?
uh, oh, very interesting. Because it's like uh almost like real life, but like not really. Like Pedro is the mayor of this like little town of Eddington, and Joaquin is the sheriff, but he is anti-vax in the town. Um, but it's just like he's not truly anti-vax. He's doing this for his wife because his wife believes in it, and so there's kind of
Oh, okay.
layers um, in it, and then it just like goes like crazy, goes a different direction. We saw that. We saw The Substance. Did you watch The Substance
No,
with Demi
I
Moore?
I really want to see it. I wonder
Um,
where if it's available for streaming somewhere. You saw it on
it's
streaming or
we saw it on streaming. It was free. It was free in Prime, I believe,
oh, really? Okay.
for a while. So I was just telling everyone at work about it. I didn't think that body horror would bother me as much. And there's some scenes in this where I'm like, it's pretty gross. But
Really?
but
Oh,
Demi Moore is was so good in it. And it was
that's
just
what I
such a
just keep hearing.
it was such a simple story.
I'm looking it up now because I want to add it to my list. Substance. Oh, it's on Paramount. Fuck.
Well, you could do the trial thingy.
Yep. You know, there's a couple things on Paramount that I wanted to watch. So I can
Did you end up watching Wicked too?
not yet, no. Did you?
I did. So I think that's what they were saying that Zootopia 2 beat. It's I think it suffers from like, here's your material. Chop it into two. One of these
Mm.
halves will not be as good as the other.
Has
And
that
I was
ever
like,
worked? Has that ever worked?
never, but it gives them money still, right? Like, Harry
Yeah,
Potter, last book,
yeah.
here, Twilight of all things. Here's last book, let's
Hmm.
cut it into, like, do you have enough story for this too? And like
I
the
don't.
whole, there's a play, someone does this live and it only takes them this much hours. It's not a two,
Yeah.
I don't have to come back to see the second half of this. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's definitely not the same as the first half.
Okay.
There's some really strong parts of the second half, but like, I don't know, the pacing was off, and then like it wasn't as epic as the first half.
I think they could have had it I think they could have had it be one long movie.
I think so
And
too.
I think that would have been enough.
Yeah. And there's things that they rushed, and the excuse was like, or the explanation was, that's how it was as a play. Okay, but you're making a movie.
But you're making
It's
a movie. You have to
Yeah.
treat it differently.
Well, you remember when like J.K. Rowling wrote like the Harry Potter, the Cursed Child, which was a play, which we wrote as a book. It doesn't work as a
Hmm.
book. You can't just translate them. Like you gotta modify certain things,
Yeah.
right? And also there wasn't like a 1 to 2 year gap between the first half and the second half. So like
Yeah.
people are more
You had
forgiving
an
if it's,
intermission. You had an
right?
intermission.
Yeah, yeah, you had a really long intermission in this case, so it suffers from that. So, but it's still very good. Like the singing is just like outstanding.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, the kids are
the
bugging to watch it, and it's like, well, what do you want to watch? Zootopia 2 or Wicked 2? And it's like they both said Zootopia
and that's what everyone
because
said. If you're between the two movies that came out around the same time, which one would you watch? And everyone's like, yeah, Zootopia
and
2 is like good.
even if Zootopia 2 wasn't good, people would still flock to see that first.
Right.
But it is very good. Like I really enjoyed it. Like
Okay.
they actually moved did they imitate the first one and then recreate all the tropes? No, they did not. It's a new story. The characters have progressed, especially the two main bunny hops and
The Fox.
the fox. I can't remember his name. They progress. Their friendship progresses.
Oh,
Their
cute.
role in the police precinct
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
progresses. And that so there's evolution to all the characters and their storylines. So it's. Do you remember how Incredibles 2 kind of took off from Incredibles
Mm-mm.
1?
Yeah.
It just moved forward in the story and evolved. Like they didn't, oh, we're just going to copy the same movie. It didn't. It was completely different.
Cool.
It was like that, but it's really good. And if it's not up for Oscar, I'd be
Hmm.
surprised and or disappointed, but it's that good.
Doesn't I thought the Oscars like release their list around Christmas because I always like
Yeah, I think
that's
so.
when you watch the movies, but like I don't know
I'll have to
if
see how many you and I have seen.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
I still
like
have
and
to,
then I usually try to see, the ones that are like unique to me.
yeah, I still got to see that Michael B. Jordan one from the guy who did
Sinners,
Black Panther, Sinners. Yeah, it's on streaming.
very like stylized movie.
Yeah, and they used all the props from the Blade movie that never happened.
Yeah, sure, yeah, but it's Yeah, there's some it's visually very, very good. But there's something off the story. There's something in the story.
Yeah, I kind of um possibly the favorite thing in our household this season was Man versus Baby.
Oh,
The Rowan Atkinson Mr. Bean guy,
yeah.
his sequel to Man versus Bee. Did you see Man versus Bee?
No.
Brilliant. Absolutely fucking brilliant movie. And he does a sequel. So in the first one, it's him versus a bee. He's house
Yeah.
sitting, and it's one of
This is a
these
movie or
fish.
is a show?
It's a movie. It's a
Okay.
series.
Okay.
It's like 4 episodes or something like that on Netflix. And the first one was fish out of water situation. Somehow he's
Okay.
house
Okay.
sitting for this very rich family or couple or whatever,
Is it
and he's
similar to Mr. Bean or like,
it's different. It
but
is
it's kind
different.
of like an awkward character?
Yeah, it's an awkward character, but not Mr. Bean. He is different than Mr. Bean. Um,
Okay.
and Man versus Bee was a lot of slapstick,
Okay.
uh, awkward situations, whatever. But in Man versus Baby, they evolved the character, which I didn't expect. I thought it was just going to be a man versus baby, but you can't really do that because you can't. It's a baby.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But instead, what they did, and I didn't expect this at all, was the character goes from being a little bit selfish and a little bit like a fuck up
Mm-hmm.
to in this one, everybody you just like give this guy a chance. He's actually a good guy. He's just, been dealt a few bad hands. You
Okay.
really want him to succeed. It's not you don't want him to beat the bee. You want him to save the baby. And honestly, there was moments in it where I'm like, just give him a chance.
Yeah.
He's a good man. And the ending of it was so satisfactory. I'm like, oh, I don't know. It was
Okay. Okay.
it,
I
it's
kind of
it's
want to
based
watch
around
this.
Christmas, and you know what? The kids loved it. It wasn't as funny as the Man versus Bee at all, but it was way more endearing and way more.
Okay.
There's moments where like we were like fist pumping his every time he'd have a success. He'd have failures, but he'd have his success, and you're like, yes, he
Okay.
solved this
That might
problem.
be our Christmas thing.
Yeah, and you know what? This should be a regular Christmas. I don't know. I really, really liked it. Maybe it's
Okay.
just because I
I want
just
to watch
watched
it.
it, but
Um,
watching it with the kids and seeing their reaction kind of makes it even better, right?
there's a trailer we saw for Sheep Detectives
Wait, which one's that
and
one? Is that with who?
with Hugh Jackman. So Hugh Jackman is the shepherd
Oh my God.
and he reads detective novels to the sheep to his flock. And then he something I think he dies and then the sheep has to investigate. And the voice, I think the voice actors is like star-studded.
Oh wait, so all the sheep
All
have
the sheep
voices?
are voices. The
They're
sheep are
just seeing here.
talking.
Oh wow, this looks impressive. So this is like Babe in a way
Yes, yes.
with a human actor with a bunch of
Yes, so he's except I was gonna assume they're not all real sheep now.
yeah,
But
yeah.
um but he just looks like a cute like, you
Oh
know,
wow.
detective movie.
That tricks do it. Lays a sheep. Looks like
Yeah. A
nice.
lot of them.
Oh wow. Yeah, that okay, that could be good. That sounds interesting. You give that a shot. Um, did you watch the John Candy documentary?
No, no. Is it good?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sean Levy did it or no? I think Sean Levy did it. Yeah, Sean Levy did
Okay.
it. Who
Where is it on?
it's on Prime.
Okay,
The
then
guy
I
the
can
guy who
maybe
did
watch.
Deadpool 3
Oh, okay.
or yeah, and did Free Guy.
Okay.
And it's a love letter and it's one of those
Okay, then that'll be cute.
I had a bet with a friend of mine. How long can you last before you start crying?
Ah, oh, it's one of those. Oh no.
And it's like you forget. I mean, you're younger than I am, but I mean, I grew up with SCTV and John Candy and all that stuff, and then this came out like, oh, I got to see this. Like, like, how do you not love like Cool Runnings or Uncle Buck or
Yes, yes.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, like all those movies. And then as you're watching it, like, how everybody talks about how Keanu Reeves is like perfect,
Mm-hmm.
flawless.
Yeah.
He's he still rides like his bike,
Yeah, he
stuff
rides
like
a subway, right? Like,
Subway, like
his
he's not full of himself at all. And then you
that's
think like,
I can imagine that's like very hard to achieve, right? When you have like access to a
all
lot
that
of
stuff.
things and then you gain confidence, right? Because you're in a field where confidence, you're in an industry where confidence matters, right? You cannot
Mhm.
perform if you're not confident. If you don't
Yeah.
believe in what you're doing, it's gonna come through, whether you're singing, acting, or dancing. It's like the audience will be able to tell if you're not for it, right?
And he doesn't take himself that seriously. Like
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves never did. So in that same mold, I think Keanu, did you watch John Candy growing up? Like, did you
I I
follow
have
his
watched.
example?
Yeah.
Like, I'm wondering if you felt like, because after watching this, like, they even had Bill Murray in there to talk about him. And Bill Murray doesn't do shit for anybody.
Right, right,
Like,
right, right, right.
he doesn't have a cell phone. If you want him to be in your movie, you have to leave a message on his voicemail, which is a old tape recorder voicemail.
Cool.
And he's going to show up if he's going to show up. You never
Right,
know.
right,
He
right.
showed
Yeah.
up for this.
Nice.
And you forget how there isn't a single person that had a negative thing to say about John Candy. It's like
Oh.
it was like so it was like affirming as a Canadian
Mm-hmm.
that he was
It was a,
eh,
it's always nice to hear that, right? Because like we look up to a lot of these like public figures, right? Like
yeah.
no matter what type of public figure you are. And
And
then
then
it's
you find
always,
out later they're not good.
yes, yes, it's always heartbreaking. Like, oh, they were like racist or they were just like,
Hmm.
just overall, just like an awful person. I'm like,
Yep.
why? And then you like their art so much, and that's where you get like, I like the art, but I don't like the person. Should I keep
Yep.
supporting the art
Yeah.
and, because I don't want to support this person type of thing. So, um, yeah, this reminds me of there was an interview because Jack Black and Paul Rudd are promoting the Anaconda thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And there was an interview of them where they made Jack Black watch the Fanning sisters interview from a different movie. Like, and Elle Fanning was just like
Mm,
raving about,
yes.
Jack Black, that he's like the perfect man for her because
Yeah.
she's just like great actor, can sing, can dance, it's so much energy and just like super flattering to him. And Jack Black was just like, I don't know how to receive this compliment because I don't think I'm all those things, but
Yeah.
like I'm glad like to someone, it's like probably like super super flattering to hear that like someone
Yeah.
else thinks of you like that. And he might fall in this criteria, to be honest. Like he seems like a very down to earth
If
type
you
of
if you
guy.
put if you write all those things down in a list,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
right? But if you're that person and all you see is, and he's made mentions of you before. I'm not attractive. I'm
Mm-mm.
overweight or whatever. Like, a list of things, and it's like, yeah, but you're seeing the negative things about yourself, which we don't see. All we see
Right.
is the good things. So I think it was good that she did that. And they
Yeah.
actually met afterwards. There was like a meeting. They had a
Yeah.
meeting afterwards, and
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Which is kind
like,
of cute. Yeah.
and I think she said something like that's a sexy man
Right. Right. Right.
because he
Right.
makes you laugh, he
Yeah.
cares. Like, instead of listing six pack,
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
like she's listing actual good
Like
qualities.
real life, like qualities that
Yeah,
matter. No, it's
yeah,
always like nice to hear them, and like you could tell like which actor or celebrity is just like super like down to earth or whatever, or
Yeah.
just like super fangirling or about the other person, like Kiki Palmer with like Keanu actually. There's I don't know why they were all in like this interview, but Keanu started talking about The Matrix, and Kiki Palmer was just like gushing all over because she was just like,
Mhm.
he's actually doing it in front of us and like showing us, like telling
Yeah.
us, like, and she's like, I got goosebumps.
I think he would be a great person to meet. He would, I don't know. Like, I genuinely like
Did you
him, John
watch him
Candy,
when
Jack
he,
Black.
because isn't he the one that like did Shakespeare here?
Huh? Yeah. I didn't see it when he did Hamlet here. I thought about it, but I think me now, if I had the opportunity, I would have gone for sure. But it was impossible to get tickets. Like, it was an instant
Because he
sellout
was
and stuff
already
like
like,
that.
yeah, he was already like a big star. And so,
That's speed time, probably, I think, around that time.
yeah, so he was already popular. So I bet like when the tickets, started selling, you're just like, you just
Oh
needed
yeah.
to hop on that. But yeah,
I
that would
saw
have
the
been.
whale. I saw the whale. Speaking of
Oh,
nice
yes,
guys.
yes.
You saw it?
Yep, I did.
Wow.
So
Just
powerful,
wow.
right? Just one scene, one set.
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. That's right. It was just
They
one
just
set.
shot it in that one room, and again, like no complaints. Like, okay, I understand why he got the award for this
Yeah.
movie.
Like there's no question.
'Cause it
Like
was
why?
just raw acting and like
Yeah.
the relationship between him and his daughter and like him and the pizza man. Like there's just little in the little
y-
things that like you do, right? Like just you kind of relate to that, you tell yourself, I'm not gonna do this, right? And then like you
Yeah.
fail and like so you kind of relate to that extent that like, you
We've
know,
all been maybe not as extreme a position as he was, but where you're like, I'm not worthy or I'm not like
yeah.
I don't know. There was a lot of things relatable
Oh
in
yeah.
it.
Like even like the okay, I'm just gonna give in to my cravings. I'm just gonna eat whatever I want because like
Yeah.
to the point I'm choking because this is
Yeah.
all I'm good at, right? Type of thing. And I'm
Who
like,
hasn't done that?
yeah.
Like it yeah.
But it's like it's always like brings up like different like feelings when you see it like being portrayed. Like this is how, you know, you look like if taken to the extreme. This is what it would
Yeah.
be if you're like this like crippled by, your thoughts and like your emotions, your actions. Like if you cannot take the leap and everything, you're gonna be stuck and you're digging yourself a bigger hole,
And
essentially, right?
he's got like another film out.
Oh, the rental family, where he's
Yeah.
like the
And people saying he's great in that.
I
I
like the comeback. I like the comeback, and it's again kind of proving that like he can act. Like it's another it's
well,
kind of
did
like
you ever
when.
well
Mhm.
he did like George of the Jungle and Encino Man, then people are like, oh, you know, he's just a
Well,
beefcake or whatever.
Well, that's what, brings you money, right? Like, there's movies like that, or like you do The Mummy, and like you're you maintain a physique, and you kind of rely on certain things that like, that's what's gonna book you the jobs.
Yeah.
But then like to actually be able to like, well, now he's like picking the projects and showing his range, and that's probably really, really
Yeah.
good.
But
It's
like the thing that always pissed me off about it was like he did Encino Man and then he had like School Ties came out in and around the same time. I don't know if you saw that one,
I
but
never saw.
it was great. His acting was top notch. And even in Encino Man, there was a moment in the film. I love Encino Man. There's a moment in the film where he's telling Stoney and Sean stop fighting, but he doesn't have the language to say it. He's using his Cro-Magnon and whatever, but
But
he
it's like, but it's
conveys
not
it
a
in
movie
his
where
eyes.
that's not a movie where like people like will pick up like, oh yeah, great acting. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's you know what
But
I
it,
mean. Like it's there's certain movies where like they're not criticizing Anna Faris like capability to act in any of her
mm-mm.
movies, right? Until you star in like a really like a project where it like pushes you, like no one's, unfortunately no one's like looking at like, okay, you're willing to go the extra mile
Yeah.
to like get the shot or like do this, right? Like no one's really appreciating it that much. It's kind of like similar to like reminds me of Matthew McConaughey, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
rom-com, whatever, and then like until more recently when he just like started doing dramas for everyone's like, this guy can act, and I'm like, okay,
Well,
well,
yeah. Just you guys weren't paying attention.
yeah. It's just very interesting. You know who I listen to? I know we're jumping all over the place, which this is like a classic episode.
Classic episode.
I listen to Armchair Expert, and I listen to Kihei's interview there.
Okay.
He was a more recent like guest, and he was
Really?
sharing.
I didn't. Okay, I might have.
He was a
Okay.
relatively like newer, like probably not now, but like uh so he was being interviewed, and Dak Shepard I think is a good interviewer because it's kind of coming through like very raw. And he wasn't supposed to be the one auditioning in Indiana Jones. It was his brother,
Oh, I didn't know that.
and he just came with his brother, and but he was giving his brother like tips on the sides that like they were like, let's give him a shot, and he booked the job.
Interesting.
And Steven Spielberg and George Lucas like were kind enough that they wrote in he had gets royalties for that. They wrote it in his
Really?
contracts. Yeah, yeah. So that's what he said in the interview, that like he was so fortunate to have such a good start, that like that was his first.
Why did they allow that to happen? That's amazing. That's
They
great.
were just and he was like, I had a great, you hear about the child actresses who just have a rough go. Like, not saying that he didn't struggle. Like, obviously there was a period of time where he wasn't getting work, but
Yeah.
like that like initial movie and was a really good environment for him. He said like Indiana, not Indiana, Harrison Ford taught him how to swim, and in between takes, everyone's just so kind to him. He couldn't speak proper English, and like they would like read the lines and then like make him repeat
Phonetically,
it.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
and and yeah, it was just like, he was just like, it's so fun. And then like you go to the Goonies, it's a big group of people, and more he said he felt like a little intimidated because there's more experienced kids there, right? Sean Astin's,
Oh yeah. Oh
Corey
yeah. Those are
Feldman,
like
like there's people who know what they're doing, and he's like,
they've been acting for 10 years and they're only
yeah,
like 13 years old.
yeah, they're older, right? And he's like, well,
Yeah.
I just did this movie. I was picked off on the street, like almost. Um, and he just like talks very, very highly of that movie, and the fact that like they wrote it in the contract that like he's getting a portion of it. That's just so kind, because like he probably they didn't know what they were signing for. Like his parents like, they didn't read the
No.
contract. They were like, oh, he booked a job. Great. Here's a contract for paperwork. And they didn't read it. And, he's, they wrote that in there, which is like, again, very, very kind of them.
Wow.
Because like they moved, right? They moved
Yeah.
from Vietnam, and like so that was not a thing that they were thinking of. They weren't reading through the in between the lines there. There's like, as long as money comes in, we don't really care. But the
Yeah.
fact that they wrote it in there,
Wow.
yeah.
And he's in Zootopia too.
Yeah, so now like since like Everything Everywhere, like
Yeah.
he's make the comeback. Like he was involved in X-Men. I guess he was choreographing like X-Men X2, I believe, or like he was one of the
Oh my
consultants for
God.
the fights there. Like
I
he's
forgot about that.
yeah, I think one of the Goonies guys, the one that's a lawyer, they're close friends, and
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
he was saying like, expressing his frustrations, how he couldn't get back. Like he's like remembers having such a great time with like the Goonies and Indiana Jones, that he wanted to stay in the industry, but he couldn't land any roles at that time. And they recommended like, well, why don't you do behind the scenes stuff? Like, and then
Yeah.
you can still be in the industry. So he was doing the fights for X-Men. So he was involved.
Sorry, I'm
He
just
was
looking it
still,
up at the same time as you're saying this, like, holy crap. But yeah, he was doing a lot of, and he had, I remember this might have been a year or two ago, you and I were talking about, or I saw him in there was some Netflix movie. It kind of was
Mm-hmm.
like an Indiana Jones-ish sort of feel to it, and he played like the dad or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, oh my God, he's so good. Like he's still so good.
Yeah, and
He's
he's
just
just like,
memorable.
yeah, and he just, again, one another person who seemed like very down to earth. I'd be so disappointed if he's like an
Oh yeah.
asshole and like, on the side, but I would be so shocked as well because he just seems so, so kind and like gentle and
You remember there was just probably the Oscars or Golden Globes or whatever where he runs into Harrison Ford,
yes, yeah, and
and then
the
you kind
reunion was so genuine,
you
adorable.
expect Harrison to go, "Oh, hi, good to see you." No, but he saw him and he was genuinely, "Oh my God, how are you?" And he just like, oh, it was like I was
And he
tearing
was
up.
so,
I was
I
like,
think he's so proud of him. That's when he always said
"Yeah,
that
yeah."
he's proud of like to see and where where he goes, where he went and like took his career and yeah, it's
I'm
just
always instantly like if I see his name attached, I'm like, okay, what is this? I want to know what this is. Like, good for you. Like, damn it. It's like it's nice to see the nice guy make it because
yeah, and it's nice
that
to
doesn't
like
always happen, right?
and you just want to root for people like that, right? Like,
Yeah,
they're hard workers and like they may not land the role all the time, but they're like, you know, they're persistent and they're hard workers and
and then
they put in the
reliable.
work. They're good. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, what else? I get some other stuff on my list here. I wanted to. Uh, did we talk about Fantastic Four last time? We
I
did,
think
right?
we did. I think we did.
I did
Our
watch it
gaps
again.
are our gaps are so far that
Yeah,
like it's just
I
blur.
did. I did watch it again, and I liked it even more. So I've seen it 3 times now, and I like it. I keep catching things. There was so much detail in the background, like you could tell, like the cinematographers and stuff. Like we have to put something here,
Mm-hmm,
even if
mm-hmm.
if one person catches it, then that's good enough. Like
Yeah.
it was, I really liked it, and
Well,
right
just the
now
look of
I'm,
it is just nice, right?
oh yeah, it's
I think
great,
they
and
nailed the look of it and the feel of it, and yeah.
I really like that Marvel has faith in it. They're just like, whoa,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't make enough money, and that's what some people are saying. It didn't make enough money, and all this. It's like, but every first movie and every trilogy in Marvel, that's how much money they made or less.
Well, because
The
yeah,
first
because
Captain
you're
America, the
trying
first,
to capture everyone's attention, right? And it's something new.
yeah,
And sometimes you get so much hype on something that like, sure, yeah, everyone will watch like a Daredevil, right? Like or
yeah,
Deadpool, like everyone will watch it or it's
yeah.
marketed so
That was
much.
like a $700 million movie,
Yeah.
but it's okay to make 400 million.
So
But
here's
it made like five
like
hundred
what are we
million. Like, how
talking?
is that a
Like it's so
failure?
funny that like, to the rich people, we've only made 400. Like,
Yeah.
know?
But in terms of and all they look at is the box office, right? It's
Right.
like, but okay, but on rent, like what about rental? Like people rented that movie when it came out. People who
Rental.
didn't have
Do we
Disney.
not care about ratings? Like I think
Yeah.
like if I were an actor, I would care more about like how well my movie rated rather
And it
than
rated well. It rated, honestly, I think it's the best thing Marvel's done in a long time.
yes, yeah, I agree. I'm really like it's when you're like everyone was happy already with Thunderbolts, but
Yep.
I think we're just settling. I feel like people just settled because
I
it's
agree.
been bad for a while and they're like, yeah, this is a little better. But this one is like, okay, this is a real good movie. There's
Yes.
no like, oh, I'm happy with this because the last 10 are not great, right?
Yeah.
Although I am wondering how Doomsday will, because I still don't know how I feel about the Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom.
I'm of
Uh,
the opinion that you have to win me over
Right.
to Robert Downey Jr. coming back
Like,
because him coming back is
can you
not
give me a different
exciting me.
character? Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, can you give me a different character, or am I just gonna hear Tony Stark,
Yeah.
an evil Tony Stark type of thing, right?
Because
Um,
I never needed Tony Stark to come back. Everyone's like, oh, he died. I wish he'd come back. And everyone's like, oh, RDJ's back. I'm like, that doesn't excite me at all.
right, yeah.
Like, there's nothing about that that's
If not,
exciting.
that's more pressure for him to like differentiate the two characters, right?
Now, if he's a true actor's actor, which I think he might be.
He
I
might care
mean,
about that.
I think he might care. In
But it's like
he,
there's
the,
always like when actors get so big, it's always hard to undo kind of the
yes,
last. There's a sweet spot in the middle where you I feel like most actors should aim instead of being top, because like
yeah,
it's in that way you can get more variety. You
hmm
can I feel like that would be a more fun exercise rather than like once you hit like a peak, it's gonna be hard to like change yourself there. Like not a lot of actors can change themselves to be like a different
yeah.
person, right?
I think like Christian Bale's a good example of
Yes.
he's never chasing the box office. He's
No.
never I'm better than everyone else. He's just doing the work.
He's
Tom
always
Hardy, I guess,
different.
kind of
He's
does
always
that too.
different in each role, right? Like Christian
Yeah,
Bale and Tom Hardy, like Leonardo DiCaprio, even like you can be like, just different person each time. Although Leo's like too big that like it's impossible
yeah,
for any of his stuff not to be in the box office, but he's not really um I don't know if he's really trying that hard at this point. Like I think for him, like it just happens.
yeah. I do think he's a good actor, even though I think that everybody talks about him all the time, but he's very uncomfortable with it. Like,
Mm-mm.
I just read somewhere recently, like he's always wearing sunglasses and he's
Well,
always
there's a
looking
few of
down.
them. There's a few of them that are not super comfortable with that. Like Joaquin is an awkward actor,
No,
right?
yeah,
Even Eddie Murphy is an awkward actor. Like
yeah,
they're quieter, and you have to almost like peel like information from them in
yeah.
interviews because they're just shy people, and it's not easy for them to hear, "Oh, you're so great," or "You're so good," and like to
I
them they're
did
like,
this
"Well,
to
I was
become
just
an
doing."
actor, not to become a celebrity.
Like
And all,
Robert Pattinson, I think is riding that
yeah,
middle,
yes,
where he's
doing it
like
well.
doing, yeah, they're doing so many different things, right? And he's not shooting for the box office. He's just doing different stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know about RDJ if he's gonna be. I yeah, I'd like to see a trailer and I'd like to see how it is. But
Oh,
I
go watch
think,
Avatar. You can see the new trailer.
I think they shouldn't show the new trailer. I don't. I think they should not show him there or how he would act.
Well,
Because
they're not.
again, like,
Well, you haven't seen anything, but they're releasing 4 trailers for Doomsday each week of Avatar, only with Avatar, and there is no RDJ until like the third or fourth trailer.
really.
Yeah,
But like, I don't know if I want to see it. You know what I mean? Like, just save it, give us something to look forward to.
yeah.
Like, again, like our comment about like the trailers just give so much nowadays.
I don't think the Russo brothers though are going to do what the industry wants. I think they're going to do what they want to do. Like
Well, hopefully.
when RDJ came back, he did say, "I'm not coming back unless the Russo brothers come back." And I think he might have also specified the 2 writers. Oh my God, McFeely and the ones who wrote Endgame, Infinity
Infinity
War,
War.
and wrote Captain America 1, 2, and 3, and wrote Avengers 2, and wrote Thor 2. The same writers. Like, I'm not coming back unless the story is exactly right. I'm not going to do anything with Marvel unless it's exactly right. I have to have these my directors. Like, he was very specific because it has to be treated. If he comes back and the director's shit and the
But
script
that's
is shit,
more pressure on him. That's like so bold, right? That's like
yeah,
it's a borderline. Like, are you a diva or like do you have value? Is your standards
yeah.
high or like are you just like well, I need this, 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 and this, and then I'll go. I'm like, okay, well, you better deliver then. Like, if
I'm
you don't
kind of
deliver,
getting the feeling is I'm only coming back if the story's right.
well, hopefully it is.
And it has to be executed by the right people because you can have a great story with shitty directors, but the
Is Doomsday
Russos,
the one? If Doomsday's the one with like a bunch of different characters too, right? Like there's a bunch of different characters that they're
I
gonna
believe
have.
so.
And then it's like the X-Men, right? Like they're
Yeah.
saying the X-Men original X-Men cast is gonna be there and all of that. And I was just like,
When there's too
it's
many
it's
characters,
so
I,
ambitious.
I, I start to lose interest
Hmm.
because like I always hated the crossovers in comic books.
Yes, yeah,
And if that's all that if that's all that this is, then I'm not interested.
right.
But I mean, in Infinity War, there was a whole bunch of characters, and then in the movie after, in Endgame, it was the original
Hmm.
Avengers.
Hmm. Hmm.
And yeah, there was a big battle at the end and whatever, but the story was really about the core Avengers team
Because it's
again,
like it's always
and that
like
was good.
especially for this one, it's like characters that have untested chemistry and
Yeah.
actors with untested chemistry, storylines that have if it's a completely original storyline, then that's another thing to test, right? And so there's just so much pressure, I feel like that, like for it to be good.
Hmm.
But like you said, like it's nice when they don't connect. Like the absolute universe, they don't connect. That's not a
Yeah.
it's meant to be written separately instead of like I think
Instead
in
of
other reboots of the universe they all connect,
they
right?
pigeonholed, they shoehorned it. I mean, right?
Yes, yes, and that's hard to write because like you need to have a plan for the whole thing, and then everyone sticks to the plan, and then it stays cohesive. But if you're gonna let like five different like writers write their own thing, but say, "Hey, this is our umbrella. We gotta fit this mold," that's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
You're gonna have inconsistencies, and you're constantly having to check everyone. But um,
I think like have you watched any of the Russo brothers other stuff post
I don't know
like
if I
Marvel stuff?
actually what is I'm gonna have to look this up. What do they? What are other
We saw the one Russo brothers. Let's see what they're the last thing we watched, we Sylvia and I really enjoyed.
because they're community,
Um,
right? Community. That's what
yep.
they. Mm,
Um, directors. Electric State. That was on Netflix. It was
mm.
Chris Pratt.
Oh, I just can't watch Chris Pratt.
I know. I understand. Um, I really enjoyed it. It was in Millie Bobby Brown. Is that right? Oh, Millie Bobby Brown, Chris Pratt, and Ke Huy Quan was in it.
Mm,
I think that's why we watched it. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. And I'm just looking here, Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely wrote it, who wrote all the other Avengers stuff. It was very enjoyable. It was very good.
okay.
We really liked it. Um, Now it's based off a pre-existing book,
Mm-hmm.
which I think gives it a bit of an edge in terms of I think if the Russo brothers have to come up with the original concept, I
Mm-hmm.
think they're better at reinterpreting pre-existing works, i.e.,
Maybe.
Doomsday, Secret Wars. So I think I don't know. I'm hopeful. I'm actually hopeful because we really liked Electric State. The
Mm,
world building in it was great. The attention to detail, um, and those two writers are really good. If they're working with those two writers, I think their work can be better. Like
yeah.
what else
I
did
guess
they do?
they haven't done a lot post
Well, they did the Gray
Post
Man.
well, there's like three movies after since like Endgame.
Let's see. Oh, same writers again. They're always using the same writers. Did you see the Gray Man?
No, I don't think I've ever seen like any of their stuff because they even have a Cherry, which is
What's Cherry?
with Tom Holland actually. It seems like it's a war thing.
Oh. As soon as you say war, I'm like, yeah,
I have a friend who is she's an engineer, but she does theater on the side. So her schedule is packed because when she's not doing her red job, she's in theater. So she's
okay,
juggling film and theater and all of that. And she's very critical of like war movies
okay.
because she thinks that it's always romanticized. It's very rarely about like both sides are bad. Like everyone, it's in a war, everyone thinks that they're doing good, right? Like
Yeah, but just,
nobody
yeah,
in their
yeah.
sides. You know what I mean? Like, and in the
That's how I
end,
feel. War is not, when it's romantic, war is ugly, period.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
there's nothing pretty
she's
about
in the
it.
same boat that like she hates like war movies, and she definitely hates the big blockbuster movies because those are even like, oh yeah, like America's the savior or type of
Can't
thing, which
stand
is
that.
like you can I'm sure you can appreciate the hero's journey when you follow a person, but
Sure.
like um she doesn't watch a lot of war movies or like them. She will seek them out if they're like specific directors or
Okay.
like 1917. I don't know if you watched 1917,
I still haven't yet. No.
but that's the one where it's like meant to look like it's shot in one take
Yeah.
and you're just
Yeah.
following a guy deliver a note, and so it's not even the war is happening around him, but like
Yeah. It's the background only.
I really like Warfare. um
Yeah, we talked about both those movies last time.
yeah,
I
so
still haven't watched them. They're on my
those
list.
two are like if you're not a war person, not saying that that will convert you into a fanatic
Yeah.
of that, but it's like it's very good in like portraying like realities of that. So yeah, yeah, the Tom Holland movie is like he drops out of college to be an army medic in Iraq.
Oh boy.
So it feels like this is heavy. This is gonna be sad.
I don't know if I've seen Tom Holland in something that I enjoyed yet outside of Spider-Man.
Outside of Spider. Yeah, he's having a hard time with the because he has a certain look and a certain character.
Hmm.
There was a movie where he was with Robert Pattinson and they have like it's a Netflix thing and
And
they're both Southern.
was it good? Did you see it?
It was good, but like I do not think he was the memorable part of that. The
Okay.
devil all the time.
I
The
don't
devil
think he's
all
a
the
bad
time.
actor. I just don't think he's been put in the right thing outside
Mm-hmm.
of like he's great as Spider-Man for sure. But I do think he's a very good actor. I just like he's got to be paired with the right thing, or you're just going to be playing Peter Parker all the time, right? Like,
But that's where it's hard, right? Like, because you've seen again, like you do the Harry Potter people, like Daniel Radcliffe, where
yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna push myself to break out of this. He would have
yeah,
fallen like in this category where you're short, you're like you look like a young person, so you're gonna be a
yeah,
youngish person all the time. Can you do accents? Okay, a variety of that. And
yeah.
like action. Are you good with action? Okay, then you can do a few action. But like you gotta push it, right? Like
That
so.
was the Tom Cruise thing for the longest time, right? He was always playing the same character
He's still
over and
doing
over.
that right
He's
now.
still doing it,
There is
except for like
there is a Tom Cruise
there's a
trailer that
couple
we
times
saw.
where he played a different, like in
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder. Yeah. There was also Far and Away.
I don't
I
know.
think
I
it
don't
was
watch a
Far
lot
and
of
Away.
Tom Cruise movies because to me he looks the same. He's been
To
doing the same movies
Edge of
for a
Tomorrow,
while.
Edge of
Edge
Tomorrow
of
with Emily
Tomorrow,
Blunt.
sure. Yeah,
He
that one's
played
a good
a
movie.
different character there.
But it's
I like him in
almost
the
the same, right? Jack Reacher, Mission
yeah, like
Impossible,
those I yeah,
Top Gun, like
that's kind of a
same.
those are turnoffs, but in the movies that didn't do as well for him, I enjoyed him in.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed him in like what's the vampire one?
Interview with the Vampire, yeah.
Interview with the Vampire. He was really good with that, right?
Magnolia he was great in, and he did not
Mm.
play Tom Cruise in that movie.
See, every time he doesn't play himself, it's he's good, but like
But it makes no money.
he doesn't do that all the time.
Yeah, and it doesn't make any money for the studio, right? So every time he's not playing Tom Cruise, but it's like, but I know he want, like, I know he'd like to be an actor, like
Yeah,
actually
Digger.
acting.
Digger's the one. He's um. It looks like it's labeled as a comedy of catastrophic proportions.
Well, bigger?
Yeah. The silhouette doesn't look like he's gonna look like him. So I feel like that
The
I
hell?
might watch.
Oh wow, okay. That sounds interesting. Black comedy, okay, I'm in. All right.
Yeah, so I might
Um,
watch him in that one, but I rarely, if I see Tom Cruise, I'm just like, nope, I don't want to watch this.
did you see Born on the Fourth of July?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he played a very different character. He didn't look like himself in it, and he got a lot of shit for not being pretty. So,
It's just so interesting, yeah. Well, I guess yeah, he needs to make money, so he has to like do that awful reboot of the Mummy. I don't even know what we're
oh
going
my
for there.
God.
Like,
Well,
like lovable that old Mummy series is. How about I
yeah,
take the fun out of that
yeah.
and play
Well,
myself again?
they've asked Brendan Fraser to come back for a new Mummy.
Yeah, I heard like even Rachel, right?
Yeah,
Rachel
Weiss
signed
or
up for that.
Weiss or
Yeah,
whatever.
Vice, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she would do it. Like, I
If he
don't think she
even
does. Yeah, I don't think she does movies she doesn't want to do at
fair, yeah.
this point of her career. I think she
Mm-hmm.
does the stuff she wants to do. I will say, I do have to sign off here right away. I do work tomorrow early, but I went back. So I mentioned I'd rewatched Hawkeye, and then it suggested I watch Werewolf by Night,
Mm-hmm.
and I rewatched the color version.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really liked it.
As a
I
color?
liked it. I liked the color version, and I forgot how much I liked the movie. Period. It was so good, and I was. It's one of those things like, why did Marvel not like? This was very popular. People were very surprised,
They
and people
clearly just
really enjoyed it.
experimented on it, right? Like it's very clear that this is very much an experimental project. And they're like testing the waters and I don't know if it didn't maybe they were looking for a specific like number to hit and it didn't hit that. It was favorable reviews, but
Yeah,
maybe it didn't hit a number that they were looking for that they're like, ah, kibosh this. But I'm like, again, that's where like making the money or making quality work? What do you want?
yeah. Because if you make a bunch of quality work, the money follows.
Oh, absolutely.
But if you make one thing that's critically like people go, wow, this is really good, and you don't do anything with it after,
And like you said, like they care about the box off the how they do in the box office is such a huge weight in how they decide on who to continue, which characters to
right?
pick, and whatever. Um, but they forget that like there's so many movies, older movies that have a much bigger cult following after they've released it
Yeah, because the
on
quality was good.
TV. Yeah, yeah, and it doesn't matter. Like people will rewatch, you know, Princess Bride, whether
Princess
the
Bride flop at the box office,
right,
and it's considered one of the best films of all time. Period.
right.
Period.
Um, yeah, like a lot of the movies with like not like some of them might not have like perfect like effects, visual
Hmm.
effects, but like they will have the following and they'll live forever. Like no one will forget about that movie because you put in the quality, you put in the
Yeah.
work.
It's you and I have said this many times on this show. Make something good, write something good. That's all it takes.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, and then it's the old studio system, and the old studio system for music was you invest in a band that's really good and you give them a 3 to 5 album cycle to make them big. And they
Mm-hmm.
don't expect the band to make it off the first, second, or third album. But if you reinvest and you know that the quality's there and you reinvest in it, you let it turn around and make a profit. And that's what happened with Marvel when they started. None of their movies were making $1 billion out of the
Right.
gate, but the quality was consistently
Mm-hmm.
like was
Mm-hmm.
good, except for Iron Man 2. And then
But they still
Avengers
continued,
2.
right?
But
Like
they
at the
still continue.
time,
It's like, okay, well, let's learn from what came before.
I feel bad for like actors and projects that got dropped because it didn't do well, which may not necessarily be the actor's fault.
Yeah.
Projects that they were no longer continuing. Like I'd be shocked if they got Tatiana for, as
Oh,
She-Hulk again. She's no problem with her as a She-Hulk.
she's not
She was
the
not the
issue
problem in
at
that.
all.
Yeah, or like I don't know, I feel like there's other Marvel movies. Like again, like some of the underutilized villains like Ghost or, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
right? Like there's a few of those that are just like underutilized and was like, well, let's just like put you there, bye-bye, and we'll never revisit you again. Eternals example,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? Like, right? Like,
Yeah, what was
okay.
the wrong with there's like you know me, I love that movie. I know you didn't I don't think you liked it as much as I
But
did.
I didn't think that like we should just shelf this, you know? Why would you just I don't think they're doing much with that because they're like, well, it wasn't like the same as successful as the other ones. Like,
Right.
if you just give me one more movie about this, like make me care about this, give it
Yeah.
another shot type of thing,
You've
right? But
introduced everybody. Now you have that out of the way. It's like if you put an album on, you listen to the first song, it's like, well, the first song is pretty good, but I
mhm.
don't know.
And again, like
But the second
introductions
song is
got
great.
rough. Introductions got tougher and tougher as they pumped out more movies and shows because you've recycled that intro part, right? Like that,
Yeah.
like and you're introducing in this one, you're introducing quite a number of them in one movie, and it's hard. So
Yeah.
not you're not like giving 100% on every storyline
Yeah.
because that to me that's like where I feel like it was lacking for me because everyone was like, oh, I would have loved to learn more about each and
Yeah.
every one of them, but because they're sharing this one movie, it wasn't there. But like I would have loved to learn more about them now that
Like
we got that out of the way.
why wasn't there a second Shang-Chi?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like
exactly.
how talk about dropping the ball. Was it a great movie? I thought it was a really good
I thought it
movie.
was a better one of the better ones in like
Yeah.
post Endgame, right?
But
But
then
like
there's no like, well, it didn't make $1 billion. It was kind of pandemic time. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
yeah,
Like,
even like Doctor Strange, right? We just like movie didn't do as
yeah,
well as we should, which it's not his fault. Someone wrote this really poorly,
mm,
not centered around him, but more around fan service
yeah.
because he didn't get to do
Is
his
it
own
Benedict
stuff.
Cumberbatch's fault? No, he's a legend.
Yeah. He actually doesn't, he probably doesn't care. He's just like, I'm gonna act the
Yeah,
way I would
yeah,
like, portray this. He's a good actor. But like, yeah, there's no investment in art, I feel like. Okay, you didn't make enough money, pull the
yeah,
plug.
yeah,
But like, look at like M. Night Shyamalan. Like, how many flops does this guy have? And he's just like, well, I'm just gonna put up my stories out there. Props to
yeah.
him for doing that, even though
Hmm.
it's not always sticking the landing more than like, you know?
But
Um,
does it have to make $1 billion every time? Does it have to be the best movie
I think
ever
he's
released every
happy. I'd
time?
like to think he's happy that like
Yeah,
he's put out like this story and a lot
I
of
wrote
them
a
are
story
like,
and he got made.
yeah, and a lot of them are like great ideas that may inspire someone else,
Yep.
right?
I mean, I do. I mean, I know Sixth Sense is fantastic, and I do like it. but I do like a lot of his other movies. Are they great? No, but they're interesting. They're certainly interesting,
Interesting enough
and it
that you'll
made me
always
think.
watch.
Yeah,
The Visit is a really good of newer movie. I don't know if you watched that
I
one.
haven't seen that one yet.
That one
I should go try
is
it out.
yes, that one's a found footage style.
Okay,
About
and that one got
two.
good reviews too, I think.
Yep, yep. It's one of the ones that like, okay, this actually stuck the landing. And
Nice.
about two kids visiting their grandparents. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But
Okay.
it was like obviously, as you know, he has twists and turns there.
Yep.
But this
Yep.
one actually, okay, it looks like you have a full story here.
And it's like everything as a writer, because really he's a writer first, I think.
Hmm.
You can write like, yeah, like he's still writing, he's still putting out stuff, he's still making his movies. That I think that isn't that good enough?
Yeah,
Like, why does everything have to be the best thing ever made?
yeah.
You know,
I'd
there's
like,
that
yeah.
magic,
I
oh,
again,
it's got to make
I'd like to think
$500 million or whatever.
I like to think he's having fun because he's
And
just like he's not stopping, right? It's not like he's
yeah,
pumping the brakes on it, but like
but
the original.
he's probably making enough money,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Like his, I don't think his
People
movies
still
are
see his
expensive.
stuff.
Yeah, and his movies are not expensive. So
But yeah,
then
I
what's the
applaud him
harm?
for the originality. Like he's not adapting from any material, right? Like he's
Yep.
doing this. He's
He's a
booking
writer
like
first and then a director.
yeah, um, he's booking like good actors to play the roles in his movies. It's just yeah, it's not everything is great.
People want to work with him.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like who's the winner here?
yeah. So I think like
Honestly.
people can criticize him, but still achieved. It's like who's the other one? Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
I don't think his movies are great all the time. It has
No.
visually good
Yep.
because he has that aesthetic, but like again, original stories. Like we watched The Phoenician Scheme and I was like, I am lost. Where are we? Because it's one of those like, okay, it's just one scene after, and I'm like, we're just going through motions in this movie. Not super fan of that, but like it looked amazing. It always
Yeah.
looks clean and
Aronofsky's another one too. Like when he makes his movie, they try to eat him up in the system. Like the system tries to, okay, you have to cast this person
mhm.
and we have to have a budget of this and we have to do this. And he's like, no, my budget's like 1 million or 2 million or
Yeah,
whatever. His budgets are really, really low. And when an actor wants to work with him or is suggested to him and it's a $10 million a movie actor, no, I'm paying you 300 grand
hmm,
because
hmm.
that's the budget on my movie, and the
Yeah,
movie
yeah,
has
yeah,
to come in at, and they're like, he doesn't give a shit if you're. He had Hugh Jackman in at a reduced scale.
yeah.
He did one with Hugh Jackman that was fantastic. Like he's like, no, this is the budget. Why would I pay you $12 million?
Yep.
Why? Well, I'm not paying. You're not the director. You're
Hmm,
not the
hmm.
cinematographer. You're not the effects. You're like
Yeah.
you're one of the pieces of the puzzle. Why would I pay you way more than everyone else?
Yep.
Like and I like
We're
that.
all doing, yeah, we're all doing work here.
Yeah. But the work that comes out is great because he's controlling the budget and controlling the
Maybe
expectations and
egos,
no yeah, he's controlling the egos.
right? Because if
And
you are so full of yourself because you're paying like getting paid like double or triple your colleagues here, I'm like, okay, all of you are actors here.
yeah,
There's maybe like writers or behind the scene people that are doing more work than you, but because you're the face, we gotta pay you like
yeah.
quadruple the amount. Like this is
It's like going to Comic-Con where the actors are getting paid more than the people who make the comics.
right. Yeah, yeah. Which
Like
is
it's
it's
not
wild.
like it's dis yeah, I don't I'm not a fan.
I remember when we went to that Star Wars convention, the I'm drawing a blank because the actress who played Jyn Erso,
Okay.
um, because Rogue One had just come out at that time, her meet and greet, Felicity Jones, her meet and greet, she was $250 to
Yep.
meet, um, and Mark Hamill was only 100, and Sarah Michelle Gellar is $20 or something, $25. And I'm just like your agent got you such a deal here, and sure, people still paid for that, but I'm like, I can see Luke Skywalker
Yeah.
for much cheaper price than you, Buffy. Like, are
Yeah.
you crazy?
I would rather beat Buffy or Mark Hamill
Yeah. You
like
could meet
every day.
three Boba Fetts for $50, like all three Boba
Yeah.
Fetts. And I'm like,
Yeah,
so
I don't like the way those things are set up. And I understand some of these actors need to make money, but then I don't know.
yeah,
Get,
what work are you doing? Like you're literally like sure, it's maybe
you're Tom
exhausting to meet
Cruise.
people.
You're playing Tom Cruise again. You
Yeah.
know, like why would I pay, you'd probably pay $2,500 for me like to get an autograph or something if he was at one of
Yeah,
these things,
yeah, yeah,
if he
yeah.
ever did one of these things. But why? Why? What's the demand? But no, like why like all the prices should be the same. Like when I go to KeyCon, for example, like
You're all doing the same work. You're just
yeah,
smiling and talking to people. That's all
but
to
you
do.
should be charging the same as everyone else to help boost the community, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah,
And
because it
if
doesn't make
someone doesn't have
sense.
a line, if someone doesn't have a line of people,
You're boosting them.
then you should go say tell people to go see this person and brag this person out. Like
Yeah.
help out.
Or yeah, like you're all peers. Like were you
Yeah.
not like us were you not looking for a role at one point? You know, like I'm
Yeah.
sure all of them have that experience, but like why the need to be, oh well, I'm above everyone now, so I should get paid. But I'm like,
And I don't think it's the actors themselves. I think it's just
yeah,
the
I mean the
agents and the
agents
people that are working everything. And it's
around
all about
them,
making more money, right?
but it's just like, yeah, capitalizing. And like I'm sorry, like if you're not part of the original cast, you should not be. I would expect like, yeah, if I ever have to get to meet like Harrison Ford, it's probably $300. But like they might not do that.
It's more money to see Justin Hartley, who played Arrow on Smallville, than it
Mm-mm.
was to see Stan Lee. Now, how wrong is that?
Yeah, that's messed up.
I'm not saying Justin Hartley's not a great guy,
But we got to scale this up. Like, if
but
that's
you got
what
to
his
scale this
price
up.
is.
Or maybe not say Justin Hartley, but oh my God.
Oh yeah, Midge.
Hi.
Okay,
Do
hello.
you want to say hello?
Hi.
Oh, you got to do in the microphone though.
Hello.
Hello.
I guess I have to come up and say goodnight, right?
No, Mom said something about getting us stuff from outside. You know, the shovel. Bones.
Okay. All right. Okay. I guess we're gonna cut this off.
Okay.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Well, you guys say
Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas and stuff.
Oh yes. Merry Christmas and
Merry
Happy New
Christmas.
Year.
Yeah, I better go. All right. Well, that
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah.
Time to go. They left all their shovels. They were tunneling and building stuff outside. So I could go
That's
clean
your
that up.
job now to
Yeah,
to
it's my job. All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
This will come out in a couple of weeks, I believe.
Sure.
So we'll see you all next time.
Hmm.
Stop there.